Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. I'm your host, Sir Stephen Topham at the third at your service. We're going to be talking about solving a problem. Now, a lot of you know you've got this major problem over your heads, right? Let's just say I'm trying to break it down as easy as I can for you, right? You have to be realistic on everything, right? It's unfolding in front of your eyes, and you can't do nothing about it because you have to let it unfold naturally, right? Which is true. But you've got this major problem at the Norfolk Railway that won't clear itself up. Why? You can't blame me. You're blaming the one that's innocent here. Right? My mother knows about this because she's been hacking into your network. Let's just say the Norfolk Railway's network. Why? She has to do everything under the book by direction. Why? She has to monitor, check, everything else. How to solve a problem. Right? A problem that was 6 or 7 years ago, right? You're talking about 2019, then the lockdown years, and then you got that years going and the bill. So you know what? People complain to me and say, "Can you solve this problem? Because we can't do nothing about it." They come to me. They don't go to the management because the management gives out bad advice. Right? You have to be realistic. Right? Porters and the guards have to get moving, get it in the groove, and stop acting like a doing what you have to do. At this moment, you have to feel the actual problem. It's not me here. Right? You have one big problem, right? You have this big, big outcome of outburst of diesel engines. You have not much steam. Why? I'm pushing it, yes, I am trying to push it, but not crossing the line. Why? Solving a problem isn't that easy. It's not big, it's not small, nobody doesn't know what they want to do. Right? You have to think about this has happened before. This has happened twice. This is third time run. Why? They do it differently every generation. Now, what happens if my son gets hurt by this? Or my granddaughter makes five? Why? You're destroying something that was meant to unfold correctly, but the thing is, the Norfolk Railway just screwed themselves up. Right? You have to see them as the baddies. Right? They're the bad guys. They want the fight. We bring the fight to them. Why? Because they can't solve a problem. They're not good problem solvers. Right? They just think, oh yeah, right, here we go, out he goes, boof. Or or she. Doesn't matter if it's a he or she. Right? You have to be realistic that their problem solving is a lot more so intense. Right? They can't solve a problem directly in my face. They're too scared, number one. Two, they didn't solve it in a nick of time. And three, what's the outcome? The thing is, what you see is unfolding in truth, yes, it's in the right. Let's give you a bigger timeline in play here, right? You had book 32, book 33, 4, 35, going so forth, and then you're adding it up as seasons instead of actually that, so it would be season 4 and 5. You don't want to screw up everything because if you screw up everything, you end up with losing. You have nothing at the end, right? You screwed up something, right? You see, we are watching them in and out, right? We have eyes and ears everywhere that understand things better than anybody else. Same as me, we're both equals here. The only problem is the Norfolk Railway are not equals. Why? Believing a lie. A lie can make a hell of a big problem. Right? A big lie does not solve a problem in 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 10 days, 15, 20, or whatever, going down the line of the year, and then you're ending up with nothing at the end because you can't solve that problem. People will start to think a lot more. Right? When you're drinking a cup of coffee or tea in the morning like you do, you want to know how to solve a problem. Right? You don't want to escalate it because if you escalate it, You ended up with a bigger problem than you had previously before. Right? Right, let me give you another example of understanding this quite clearly, right? People don't know that such a race exists. Right? The only reason we exist is because we are blood related. Ding ding. Right? You have to be realistic on everything you see because it's real life. Right? You can't just go uh like that because I know you're putting your thinking caps on and realise what he's saying. What we got this, we got that, we got this, we got that. Why? Our families try to safeguard us all. Why? Every time we come back fighting to solve all your problems. You had a 30-year gap. Now we're backwards. Go a bit more backwards than that, probably about 40 years, and then add in the extra bits, right? Ding, 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 ding. What are you going to get? The big result, right? What did the North Norfolk Railway should not done? Set people up, which is what they've done. They don't give a damn about you, the public. They don't give a damn about the community. They don't give a damn about that. I do. I care about you, right? I want to show it, but to show it, I have to be in public eye domain, which is why I'm always around watching, eyes and ears everywhere, right? People got to get it in their heads and realize this is no joke. This is not a game. This is real life. Real life is hard to get the facts put back in and straighten everything out. Everybody wanted one thing out of me. They wanted that storyline that's so adultish they can't have it right now. Why? It's all about Daisy, as we all know. Starting problem of the problem, right? Then you have Divis Diesel's wife, Len Divis Diesel. They all played it, right? They've done all the setup, they've done all the arrangements. Then Sydney stamped it with like a bloody boom boom and said, let it go. You know what happened? Sydney screwed up. Why? Because he may not been the suspect. But let's give you a little scenario that might help you out, right? A lot of you are witnessing or unfolding and seeing the magic. The magic you refuse to believe in just got better with you every damn day. Why? You're seeing it, you're hearing it, you're feeling it, and your body's gone like this, and it's making you feel he hasn't done nothing wrong, he hasn't done that. Why? Why do you think I'm here trying to solve one big problem at this moment before we can go forward? You can't go forward that quick. If you do, you're dead. Right? That's not the easiest problem. I know. You don't want you don't want the diesel team. They're gonna keep going zooming fast into the future and destroy everything on the North Norfolk Railway. Watch it. It's gonna unfold somewhere down the line, isn't it? But solving the problem in between could help to slow down the process. So what do? You have to get logical and really look at it realistically and feel that you need to do this, correct that, correct this, correct that. Why? My engines are telling me. Right? T- Thomas, Edward, Henry, Gordon, James, Percy, Toby, Duck, Donald and Douglas, Oliver, Emily. Then you have Rosie, Rebecca. Then you got Gina. Then you got Neo. On top of that, they all coming. Even Howard the helicopter. Ding, ding, ding. But what you need to understand, it's all unfolding, all in truth, and a lot of people can't see the light. Why? Problem on the railway caused you lot to feel guilty. Right? A lot of people that worked on that railway did not deserve the disrespect by the management. We get that. But then we got to end up saying we need to solve this problem to get everything corrected again. Why? This is why the 30-year gap is in play. Why? Everything unfolded the correct way, yes, but then you're ending up. There was a 30-year gap behind me. Think about it. There's something in the mix you're not seeing, while you're unfolding your story in truth. Right? You really have to really string this one out. This is a thread you need to unravel like this, and you end up with a string. It could be a person's name, it could be person itself, and the directly the connection, why he or she is there, and then you've got to end up find out why. Why does he know all of these people? Why? Everything I said. In the end of the day, the North Norfolk Railway don't know what they're doing. Right? They think they could just go open up at 10 o'clock in the morning. No. They have to be really, really careful now. Step in carefully. Why? One big problem, got it in their damn heads. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, at night time, any time, the North Norfolk Railway's got it on their bloody heads. Why? To wriggle round a problem that cannot be solved over day or over time, what happens if the North Norfolk Railway failed? Right, I'm going to give you a little scenario here, right? The North Norfolk Railway is already failing as it is. Why? Because they screwed up. A lot of people that worked there before, between 2016 to 2019, are the suspects. You can rule me out because I just put the, the, the truth and the proof on the net. Why? Okay, let me give you an example, right? Who are the best people of all time that will witness something and unfoldedly watching it but not paying attention? The community is. Why? The community knows a lot of things that the North Norfolk Railway don't know. Right? The North Norfolk Railway are going cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Why? Because they don't know what's unfolded until it hits them in the face. Why? Not hit, but you get the point. When they see it, I mean, directly by the eyes. And then you've got to work out, okay, this is all true. There's no lies. There's no deceits. You have to wake up and smell that coffee every morning and realize, okay, we got that problem. But why? Why do we have to suffer and let this young man take the rap for it as well? What are the Norfolk Railway management hiding from you? This is the thing I've been trying to solve for nearly 6 years now. Right? You have to get realistic. Right? Everybody in the community knows what the problem is, but they're too scared to tell the management to back off. Why? Because they want that. They want it. They want a reaction out of you. Right? The first thing you need to do, I would advise a lot of people to do. Right? There's a boundary in their midst, right? There's a traitor in their midst, right? You can't blame me because I'm innocent. Think about it, right? You got the letter, you got the proof. I'm not guilty. I got that on podcast as well to prove my point. Why? Solving the problem is not going to be overnight, over day. It's going to take a week or a month or so. Why? Why is the North Norfolk Railway so stubborn, so hard-headed, hot-headed? Is what they are because they are getting hot-headed right now, and they don't even realise. Right, we don't want to get involved in this problem. Right, I get it, but a lot of the problem, the management is hiding that little secret away from you, and they're gonna keep nag, and saying, "Yeah, well, we won't solve it because it's not like our problem." But you've heard of it, you've been told, you've been said, you get porters and the guards to do the work they're supposed to do. Yes, I get it. But then the rest of the story for unfolding correctly, what you're gonna end up with. Let's give you like right, a duck. My duck, one of my fleet engines, came to me and said they left with no chicken, no egg. Right? They've got nothing to offer you. Right? Besides special events, blah blah blah, going down the line. You're paying for it and you're looking at it on Facebook, you're looking at it on this, you're looking at it on that, and it all comes click, 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 click. Right? You want a problem, solving a problem, right? My mother, talking to Hatt this morning, stated if they want a problem solved, they have to get on their knees and say sorry to you. That's what they said, basically to me, obviously. Why? Because they obviously didn't realise what was bigger. They let the problem got bigger and bigger and bigger because of the time span. So work it out. Right, Dirk said if they don't have no chicken, they got no egg. So what happens when they got no chicken and egg? Right? You have to be realistic. They got part of the problem. Yes. They know what the problem is. Even the police and everybody else knows this too damn well to work out how do you solve a problem and rectify it before it gets even bigger and bigger, bigger and bigger. Right? It's not going to be easy. However, just wait. The bad apple will come along and it will click in your head and make you realise what? You know this because it was told, it was shown, it was written, told and shown. Three things. But then you actually seeing it unfold, which makes number four. Why? It's all truth. That's why it fails on the Norfolk Railway, because they're left with a big problem now they can't even solve because they can't rectify it. Why they have to come to me to rectify it? They can't just go boom, 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 you're not allowed on the premises because they're believing a lie. Why? A believer and a true believer and a person that doesn't believe it, you're ending up saying, why? If you see what is unfolding, right, there's a lot of truth, right? But there is a lot of false information being put in to make this problem worse than what it is, right? You have to be realistic. That's a lot of the good management, the bad management, whatever, goes in their heads. They've got to wiggle it out of their heads and realise we can't let this rumours and deceits and all of that go rounds in circles in the stations in Wellsworth, Marin, and the coastal one. Obviously, it'd be Sheringham, Rayborn, and Holt. You're ending up with all this big bloody problem, right? That problem is scarring people around the globe, hurting people around the globe, right? You have to rectify that problem before you can go forward, right? Don't bloody go advertising on Facebook saying we do these events, we do that, we do that, we do this, we do that. No, you have to rectify a problem first. Step one, rectifying a problem. Well, the only way you're going to move forward with solving a problem that wasn't created by me, obviously, think about it. If it wasn't for my whistleblower, right, where would Sydney be right now? Think about it. We're talking about hoo-ha kit. Now think about it. What happened? If I didn't whistleblow, what situation would he be in right now? Right? He will get the flat rap, but I warned him, right? Because whistling is very good, but whistleblowing is one thing. Why? Because I stepped on a mark that actually had to be stamped and say, this is what's going on. You wake up and smell the coffee. Right? Hugh Harkett managed to get this individual out, right? Right? Because this individual was completely out of order. But yeah, but who got the full whack blame out of it all? I did. Why? Because a lot of everything she did was out of order. So in the day, the cops believe that lie. The North Norfolk Railway believe that lie. What's happening with all that problem? Builds up. And one day, they're going to lose their rag because they know it's been broadcasted around the YouTube channel, around everywhere, in every direction. I said, stay away from the North Norfolk Railway. Why? It's too toxicated. Why? Because if you build up what's already built up in there, people that don't listen to my podcasts or understand what's unfolding here, I said it's all truth. If you don't like the truth, don't don't be nasty to me. because I'm only being honest with you, right? I'm being truthful, straightforward, straight to the T. But solving the problem over time is not a problem here, right? I've got nearly got a big, right? At this point, the North Norfolk Railway are not in the mood, right? All they care about is the money factor. I said the money is always going to be there, but they got to realise that problem is escalating. So when they escalate a big peer problem like that, what do you do to calm it down a bit? Ask yourself a question. You want a problem solving a problem like a big problem like that, which I'm trying to give you. I said that's why the North Norfolk Railway sweeps it under the carpet, and every time they sweep it, I ending up clearing it. Why? It's a job that needs fixing. Right? You need to realise there are a lot of people's lives, people's reputations on the line that need fixing. Right? I'm fixing every one of them. Why? It's not just me on the line. It's all my fleet as well. They all got disrespected in different ways. Right? You have to realise it's not just my problem. It's everybody's problem. Why? It goes in the community and the community gets the memo. Why? The North Norfolk Railway will end up having nothing at the end of the tunnel. Why? Because they didn't solve a problem. Right? They didn't rectify it for you. I am. Why? Because I've got more balls than they have. Respect. Right? My family's got a lot of respect and a lot of honesty. Right? I'm not going to bullshit with you because there's no point. The North Norfolk Railway's bullshitting at you. Right? You're going to end up with one thing in your hand. It's a lie in that premises. Right? They're going to keep blab, blab, blab all the time and say use Facebook to look at us and all of that. Yeah, well, they only do that just to get more likes. What I'm going to say is close down the channel. That's what I recommend. Why? Right, let me give you a hint, right? People behind those computers don't know what they're doing. Right? From Tom, Dick, or Harry. You cannot assume a problem can be solved over a day. No. Just watch what unfolds because that tells you everything you want to know in one swing. But what I have known over the years, I try to recorrect all these problems in one swing so my family can work with ease. We don't want to be pressurized because we've got work to do, right? My family is only coming back because we are alive and well. We are born and bred like any other individual around the bloody damn globe. Doesn't matter if it's every time people will get a click out of that and they will realise shit, shit, shit. Why? People will start clicking. Why? Up here, it's telling you something. Why? If you want things from right from wrong and you want to recorrect the wrong to get it right again, you have to realise the big mistake. The big mistake lies on the North Norfolk Railways part, the North Western Railways Company's part. Why? Didn't even realise, yes, I was there for the right reasons, not for the wrong reasons. Why? Just think about this logically, right? How often, right, you have to be realistic, right? You're gonna say, shit, what is the big hiccup for? The big hiccup around this is that the people or the community are not supporting or helping me in any direction at the moment to realise why. You're going to end up with the biggest problem of your lifetime because you can't solve it because the problem is on their turf. Think about it. The North Norfolk Railway got that big problem in there under the carpet or in the shelves or in the cabinets or in any direction and they say, oh, we like this, we prove it, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what? I would never set up anybody. Why? Okay, let me give you a little hint, right? I heard from a birdie line, right? From truth and being honest, right? A lot of my people that I know of at the railway quite well. No, I wasn't verbally, physically abusive. No, 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 no. That's wrong. We know who the suspect for that one is. Right? You know what? I tell you now, watch out, Norfolk Railway, because now the truth is hitting you. No one doesn't like you. You know, you got to get the whole community has to stand up and realise that the Norfolk Railway won't treat you with respect because they've been dishonest with you to begin with. So what happens when the Norfolk Railway goes blah 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 going down the line? You end up with nothing in the end because it's truth that's gonna bonk, right? People know things that has to be solved, right? They're right. As the timeline proceeds further, a lot of my contacts, connections, etc., going down the line, know a lot about me to begin with. So work it out. If you know you were there's a bigger problem is solved, right? And it's got nothing to do with other departments besides me and the Norfolk Railway. It's always going to be that battle, right? Why? Steam team versus the diesel team. Why? My steam team is everywhere. Diesel team is everywhere. Why? Every time we bump into each other, we fight. We have to fight it out half the time. Sometimes we can't. We have to word it out. You know, talk it out. Get it solved. Get it rectified. Get it problem solved. Rectified. Solve the problem. Rectify. Solve the problem. Rectify it. Why? The Norfolk Railway won't do this. This is why they failed. Why? Because they just left themselves on a cold hearted direction. Why? They don't care about what needs fixing, they care about this. That's why it makes them fail. Wake up and look where they are going. They're going. They keep. They're trying to push it to one side. Why? They got something to hide. When people got something to hide, they lie. They've been deceitful. They've been dishonest with the porter, the guards, the staff, everybody. Think about it. And the management are stuck in their little closets in the door and saying, nah, 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 going down the line. And then what they will do, they will keep doing this until one day they're going to end up having nothing at the end because they screwed up. Why? Solving a problem is not easy to begin with. Alright? I know a lot of problems can be solved in 1 day, 2 days, 3 days or so, depending on how big it is. But then you're ending up with a bigger problem because you're ending up saying, right, that's it. You know, when people say, right, the bigger the problem, the harder it is to get rid of it. Right? Because the reputation of people's names, surnames, all of it, all innocent. Why? Right, you got 1,000 people plus me makes 1,001, obviously. Why? People know things about me that rectified that said I was not to blame. Why? Because they know who the suspect was. Why? If people are that clever, 1,000 of them, against the whatever departments they got in the Norfolk Railway, they failed. Why? Because they lost. But while you lot are all dreaming, thinking about this, not dreaming, thinking about this, you got to be realistic and say solving a problem isn't easy. It never will be, right? The Norfolk Railway will not appreciate you for what you are, right? There's a lot of people out there that say, look, there's a lot of things that unfold naturally to a point, which I will agree on, right? I'm telling you now, a lot of you are pushing your lucks. I may have connections and friends and family and all of that around the globe as well, but you got to realise, stop acting like a bunch of selfish ones and realise, look, the people that are watching me or understanding me directly, I said the problem wasn't my fault. Right? We always said it couldn't be my fault because how could I if somebody told me like you either come in or you can fuck off, example. Right? That's one quote. from somebody else, not from my own mouth. I only told you what she repeated in front of my face. Right? Right? So she got cocky, then she got rude, then she got sexist. Three things. We point back to Daisy. Why? Oh, she got even worse than that. Strike four. Kids. The kids were afraid of her instead of the other way round in the book. So work it round forward. What are the kids trying to do to her? The right thing to do. Do you want bullseye? What happened? Daisy done it the other way round and fucked that storyline up. So work it out. Daisy caused this problem, but it's not the Daisy that's that's doing this. It's Daisy who's got Daisy that was on the platform did all of that dirty work. So you can't blame me. Mm-mm. Why? Well, all the tragedy was all happening all in advance, and people, right? There's a lot of it. It's in the middle, right? I get that, but a lot of it is all truth, logic, and respect as it's unfolded in front of your eyes. You didn't realise that the families, the kids. I said the families who took those kids out that way, there and then. Why? Then the kids won't get so frightened. Number one. Number two, Daisy would have got a demotion instead of promotion, but because of her rudeness, that got her right kicking out of the bag or kicking out. Why? She got fired. Right. Next thing on the list. Then she thought everything, it was all in twos, fours, sixes, and eights. Right. Who do we appreciate? Bonk, bonk. Right? A lot of you know exactly why Daisy fucked up. Right? She did all the mess up. She done all the setup. She did all of this. She did all that with her colleagues as well. Bang. Why? We all said we want this problem solved. I said it's going to take longer because solving a problem takes a long, long time. And it's not easy for management to realise they're carrying a lie that is actually said, oh crap. You know, they're going to say, oh crap, whatever they say. Then they look into it a little bit deeper and deeper. I said, read between the lines because when you read the letter, there's about three or four people involved. And there's only three people involved. So they count the fourth one out. Why? Why there are three people involved. One, Daisy. Two, Divas Diesel and his wife. So actually makes three. Why? Because that's what it is. So it's three people against one individual. Work it out. Why did it aim me more than it did her? Because I whistleblowed. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not telling you how I done it. But the fact is, I whistleblowed. Then Sydney jumped in, and then he caught her being sexist. So work it out. Who did all the problem? Right, people want me back on that platform for obvious reasons. You're talking about 8 billion people against all the employees and the volunteers and so forth right now. So work it out. You've got people that know what's meant to unfold, but are the Norfolk really giving a shit about it? No. Why? Problem needs solving. You want to solving a problem. It's not easy, don't get me wrong. It's never been easy. But when people talk to me and see me and actually speak to me properly, not online all the time, why? You're going to get the real me and you're going to say, oh, he's kind, caring, and all that, which is true. That's no lie. I've just been honest. Honesty gets you better results. Why? If you were dishonest, then people will say, oh, we believe that. Well, people that believe the dishonesty and deceitfulness and lies and all that, go to the other way. Go to another department. Why? Because we won't have that. Why? Because the lies and the deceits will just make the railway look bad. And even the people that's carrying that lie as well will end up going down that same route. Why? That's not going to get them out of a sticky situation, is it? So what happened? So while all the people got kicked out, including myself, what happened? We are all safeguarded. We work as a team. We work as the ally department. Why? The diesel team are screwing up everything up there at the North Norfolk Railway. They don't give a damn, right? They're screwing up everything they, you, or what you will call, I need to fix, right? But to fix it, I have to prove my worthiness to you lot to say I'm innocent. I have tried to prove it to you. I tried to prove the point. I said solving one problem, it's not going to take two people, it's not going to take three people, it's not going to take four people, it might take 5 or 6 people to knock you all out. Why? Like I said, the day I rise, so does steam. So work it out. You don't realise it, and you're hearing it, you're seeing it, and everybody's laughing and joking as well at the same time, but they always be serious. Why? Because people are witnessing something they are witnessing. There's no voice mixing material or anything on my computer, and I'm using a plain, simple voice as well. And then here, go and see what I mean. So realistically, grow up. You lot need to understand it's real. Right? People that are not mature enough to understand there are bigger problems out there than your money's worth. Right? When you're in the shop or when you're in places, I'm always respectable. Why? I'm also a kind, caring, hearted person. Why? I'm not like my father. I keep telling you. I'm not like my father. Why? I'm too honest, truthful, kind hearted, all of that. What you're going to end up with? Right? You're going to end up realizing click, click. It's clicking in your head right now, isn't it? I presume. And it's 37 minutes gone by right now. And you're ending up saying, what? This problem needs solving? It does. If it doesn't, it gets not rectified, and there's a problem for my next generation to tackle and the next generation to tackle. Why? Because the North Norfolk Railway screwed it up from the inside the building and screwed up everybody. Think about it. Kick out everybody, get new employees in, and volunteers that don't know nothing. Think about it. People that should understand this very clear and crystal that you are in the wrong. The North Norfolk Railway is in the wrong, not the community. The community knows what's unfolding. We're not going to go down that route and tell you about the community because they already know. They're ahead of schedule a little bit. But they're all on the same page with me. They're not bullshitting with me. They're not going to be doing this because I am trying to solve this rectifying problem. Why? Because it's put my family into a lot of risk. A, a judgment call, if you will. But the Hatts will always be around for another 2 generations because you're dealing with my son and my granddaughter. 2 more, and then that's it. Why? The code. You see, my DNA code is more powerful than anybody else's on the planet. Why? Be respectful for once. Be honest. That you got one person that's telling you the truth, being honest with you, straightforward with you, and everything else, and you've got the North Norfolk Railway lying through their teeth. Why? They're lying. Why? They think they are so diplomaticist? No. They're leaving it, it's just leaving it and leaving it and leaving it and leaving it. The more they leave it, the harder it gets. Why? Because the problem can't be solved overnight, which I can understand that. But there's a fine line to everything these days. You are not witnessing, right? You have to realistically say, look, do you ever look and see and hear what's going on unfoldably? I said the Facebooks will not help you. They're not going to help you from Tom, Dick, and Harry. I said Facebook won't help you, right? Facebook will help you partly, yes. Facebook will also be the person behind the controller of the computer section of the North Norfolk Railway PLC Facebook channel. Take it out because all they're doing is advertising everything, right? When it's a proper conversation with your friends, your colleagues, your connections, and so forth, I said I'll always be around knowing every move you make. Why? Because I'm the one who has to fix this problem. But the management have to fix this problem as well. It has to be 50-50. But if it's not going to be rectified properly, then solving the problem will be a pile of ashes in the end because everyone that you all love and adored and that are supposed to be unfolding in truth will end up the other way round because of problem that this tackles. Right? The Diesel team screwed your heads up. The Diesel team will mess with you. Diesel team lies to you. They be deceitful to you. Why? If you haven't realised what's been unfolding, I'm going to have to tell you strict hair and stern. I said, look, what's unfolding, right? A lot of my colleagues, former colleagues and connections that I still have connected to, they know what's unfolded. Why? Because they saw it with their own eyes and ears. They didn't have to argue with me. They knew. Why? They didn't have to dispute or argue or get demented or anything like that. They said, look, it's all true, all logic, all respectful here. There's no lies, no deceits, no nothing. It's not like the Diesel team going, wah, 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 wah. Right? They all think they better. Watch it. Look what's unfolded in front of you. What you gained? Nothing. Why? The biggest problem that you're asking is solving a problem. Right? You want a problem solved. But the North Norfolk Railway will not solve it because they're so scared of what's unfolded. Right? They're so scared they can't solve it with me because they can't rectify a small problem that's turned a bigger problem because it's been over 6 years. Right? I know who the suspects are. I know who the problem risers are. I know exactly what's going on. And what has happened is you left with me on the outside safeguarded. Why? Let me give you another hint. Right? Joshua Hatt is at breaking point to knock you all out. Why? Joshua Hatt is going to put the North Norfolk Railway on the map with shame. Why? Because they're being disgraceful with you. They're not being honest with you. They're not being trustworthy with you. They're not being kind to you. They're not doing anything with you. Why? The management makes a bad impression. And when the management makes a bad impression, the problem doesn't get solved. Right? A lot of you feel like let bygones be bygones, but no one's not letting it go. Why? Because people have been told by the management not to let me back on a platform. Why? What are they doing? Preventing something, aren't they? They're preventing the truth to be revealed. I can easily get that done in one swing. How? Why? A lot of you know that railway children are the key to everything here. Right? Railway children. No, they are the ultimate key around here, but I'm not telling you who's who. Like I said, confidentiality, safeguarded. Why? Then people ask for me. Why? I am the only thing that's stopping in the North Norfolk Railway's tracks because I'm already know the truth in and out. But I'm also understanding everything they're doing up there, and they don't want to solve that problem. Well, problem solving is the key to everything. Right? That problem solving is important, and it's very important to solve a problem now rather than later. Then you're going to end up having a bigger problem in, let's say, 10 years' time, 20 years' time, and you'll be screwed. Why? You put yourself in a shit. It's the words to express it. Right? The North Norfolk Railway will not give a damn. Right? They're all going to go bonk, bonk, bonk. Go to where Hat is watching. Doesn't matter if she's watching on Facebook or online or on YouTube or any department, she's watching you all. Why? Including myself, mixed too. Why? Then you got my my father, Charles, top of that. Oh yeah, if he goes back on the North Norfolk Railway platform, beware, because you're dealing with the big man behind me. I'm not in charge yet fully, but let me tell you something. Right? Solving a problem to your next of me, what you're gonna do? Run for the hills. All the employees, all the porters, all the guards should grow up. They have to learn to grow up at the North Norfolk Railway. If they don't grow up and realise they carried a lie, what's the point of carrying a lie and a deceit? You're not going to get nowhere in life, right? Because that dishonesty will kill you. You're the one that ends up being guilty because you've lived with that lie with them. Why? I haven't. Because I solved the actual problem. So we'll listen to Duck's story and my name not guilty and all that. Because that's all damn true. It's all true from the beginning to end. And people cannot recognize from right from wrong. And on top of that, solving a problem will not be done overnight. And that's for sure. What's happened? The North Norfolk Railway is pushing it forward and pretend it never existed. That's why they swept it under the carpet. The North Norfolk Railway sweeps it under the carpet so many damn times. They think they got rid of all the pieces. I said, no, 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 no. It's not worked this time. Why? Because I'm one step ahead of them. I want to be reassured. I want to be secured, safeguarded again. Why? The thing is, while all of you are all standing there earning your pennies, just think about the management and how selfish they are. Because they're not solving a problem to get it off your chest, right? The problem that they created, not you, not the employees, not the volunteers, it's the actual management. The management won't do anything now because they thought they swept it under the carpet too much. So work it out. Solving a problem that was done in 2019 to today is not easy. It's like clearing my name, rectifying it, and solving it. Why? If I didn't whistleblow, Sydney wouldn't boot out Daisy. Why? Because she wasn't needed. Why? The puzzle clue was right in front of your eyes. And why? You boot out somebody you need, that's me included, obviously. You need me. Right? Without me, you won't get nowhere. So think about it. Model go nowhere? Goes model. Well, think about it. NWR, Northwestern Railway Company. So work it out. That every time you have a problem or when you want a big problem solved, like this, there's a 30-year gap between all of this. Right? The next time you target my family, be warned, Norfolk Railway, because you're the next thing on the list. Because the North Norfolk Railway is failing on you. Why? Because it's honesty. If they're not honest with you, they've been dishonest from day one. So work it out. They've been dishonest since 2019. So work it out. Joe Mudden, Angry Mudden, and Hugh Harkett, and Angela Rudd, all suspects. Because they all abused their positions. They abused their positions for one reason. Why? Too cocky in there. But in the day, they weren't actually cocky. They were devious. They were they were out of proportion. You should know that in the day, everything is gone a little bit pear shaped. Why? Because I got to fix all your timeline to get it all fixed up to solve the problem. It's not going to do overday or overnight. This is going to take a while. Solving one problem to rectify all the rest. Think about it. So I can get married and have my own kids and solve the problem. My kid and my grandkid in playing checkmate. Right? I need that to play correctly with me. So if you fuck up my timeline, I'm gonna fuck up yours completely. Excuse my French, but that's what the North Norfolk Railway's doing to you. Screwing you all over. So look at the way they're playing it and look at the way they're going about it. They want a problem solved, they have to get real. Get real with everything. Why do you think the you had warnings, you've been told, you've been shown, you've been witnessed, you solved the puzzle part yourself? So work it out. You're not playing with fiction, you're playing with reality of it. So while you're looking at about people know something you do not know. The North Norfolk Railway failed on you. They are crying wolf on you. They are being disrespectful on you. They got people behind the computers on Facebook lying to you, being deceitful on you. Why? I'm going to let you ponder on that one. Because in the day, problem solving a problem that is actually a small problem, not a big problem. Thank you very much. In every angle.